Yes, you told us that it's necessary to move on public opinion and that people are more sensitive to things or species that are closest to them than others. What's the proportion of exotic versus native species in the zoos?
Sorry, I'm afraid I missed your question. I couldn't hear well. Could you repeat, please?
Yes, you told us that we have to move on public opinion.
You?
Okay, to move on public opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. On the other side, you said that we are more sensitive to species or things or topics which are closest to us than to others. It was your three lines diagram. Okay? And so my question is about what's the ratio, the proportion of native versus exotic species in the zoos in general, and beyond these questions, are people more sensitive in zoos about native species rather than on exotic species?
Nowadays, there is a great interest also in our native wild species. If this is the question, sorry. The proportion till now in zoos is not so high. Mainly in Italian zoos, for example, we have many exotic species, exotic animals. Very probably this was also due to the fact that since a short time ago, people had more chances to meet our species in the wild. But with urbanization, in recent times, this is becoming always more rare. For sure, there should be focus on native species too, but we should also consider that there are hotspots of biodiversity in the world, and these hotspots should be our priority in any case, because they are concentration of highly endangered species. Every zoo can make a choice. It's not necessary that all the institutions keep the same species. I don't know if I'm focusing the answer on your question. For example, the European Zoo Association, coordination is very important for us, for example. The European Zoo Association is recommending a collection planning, and we are following guidelines, and we have many working groups evaluating which are the most endangered, the species which can need more our ex situ activity. So while in the past each zoo was deciding what was better for them to meet public or visitors' expectations, nowadays with the network of zoos, we try to work really all together and to establish all together which species should be prioritized in our collection. In this prioritization, there are, if in this prioritization, priority list, there are native species too, why not? Obviously, we devote and we give space to them. What I can say is that nowadays this is an interesting question in the sense that biodiversity is everywhere, and it's not only the tiger or the elephant to need to be protected, and we are totally aware about this. In other cases, detractors of zoos support the idea that zoos should be only focused on the local fauna, for example, not thinking to and not devoting their time to species in other parts of the world. But this is almost against our against the concept that we should consider the planet as one planet. So if we want to give to the people the awareness that we are not living in a single country separated from all the others, we should give somewhere the idea of what are the connections among species, that if we are using some materials, we are damaging the tropical forest, for example. And if there are some charismatic species which can be ambassadors of the forest and which can support us in taking on this project, I think it is important to maintain them in zoos.
If there are no pressing questions more, I think we should take them for the general discussion. Thank you very much, Swampa. Again, that was very nice that you got this education aspect of the zoo in this wide picture. Thank you very much.